Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon Oracles, bringing you guys a reading today. So this is going to be on a special connection that you feel with another person. You can identify them as being a twin flame, a soulmate, or a karmic partnership. At the end of the day, the title doesn't really matter. It really just is a person that you feel a special connection with. And you're in separation with them. So that's what's important about this reading. If you're not in separation, this is probably not the reading for you. So you don't know what's going on. This is going to give us some information from the past as well as the present and the possible future with this person. So whether you're a masculine or a feminine watching this video, doesn't matter. I'm going to refer to this person as this person. So we're going to only be using 4 different decks here today. I might tap into a couple of others at the very end, but I'm going to mainly focus on these 4 different decks here today. So all of these decks I have created with the exception of this one, which is the Twin Flame Tarot that I created with Queen of Light 1111. But other than that, I have created all of these decks on my own, and they are all, and I mean all 4 of these decks are in my Etsy shop currently for sale. Now, everything is pre-order, so if you order something, you may not be getting it for the next couple of weeks, so please keep that in mind. If you are international, you're from another country, you're not in the United States, go ahead and email me at mysticmoonoracles@gmail.com, and I will send you a special link in order to place an order. So let's go ahead and get started, you guys. So this deck is called the Twin Flame Shadows. And this deck, there might be a few changes though with me using this deck. This is my first copy. I did revamp it, so there might be a couple of cards with different words on it, not necessarily images. I didn't change the images, but there might be a word here or there that's different. So just keep that in mind. So I'm just going to shuffle each deck 3 times. I'm going to put that right here. Twin Flame Tarot. I'll put that one right there. This is the Twin Flame Oracle. The only difference between this one, because this was my very first copy, it says Mystic Moon Oracles on the bottom. So you will see that. And I'll just put that one right here. And right here is the Twin Flame Messages, okay? So all of the cards have the same exact image on the front, but different words. So Twin Flame Messages. And I'll put that right there. Okay, you guys, let's get started. So the person that you are thinking of for this reading, okay, these are going to be either thoughts or words that were spoken, thoughts that were thought in the past, feelings that they have about the past in regards to your connection, whatever transpired, whatever happened, okay? So let's get a first message. Something is still missing for me, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. You were dealing with somebody that felt like something was missing. Now, it might have been that they felt something was missing from your connection. It could be that they were feeling like something was missing in their life. And so this is one of the reasons that it caused them to either separate from you, start to distance themselves from you, or your dynamics changed because something was happening. Something was missing for them, and they were puzzled, and they were trying to figure out exactly what that was. So, very huge indication here for some of you. And they were trying to seriously move on, as in ascend, grow. So I'm not seeing that they decided to just kind of move away from your connection because they didn't care for you, because maybe they thought the grass was greener on the other side. For some of them, they may have felt that way. They may have felt like something was missing from your connection. So maybe they decided to go into a different connection. That's going to resonate for some of you out there, but not all. But they literally just wanted to grow. They wanted to kind of go off on an adventure, perhaps, to see what else was out there, to figure out what was missing from their life. Okay? That's what I'm getting here. Judgment Day. Literally. Now, judgment, this is a card of judgment. Judgment is all about an awakening. It's also about needing to make a judgment call, really needing to figure something out. And so this was heavy duty. I also refer to the judgment card as a little bit of karma. It was a part of their karmic lesson in this lifetime to basically move forward and try to find something and to figure something out because it's a part of their ascension. So I'm getting here that it's not personal that this person decided to step away, even though they might have felt something was missing from their connection with you, but it could have been something really that was going on with them. They may have projected that onto you because they didn't know that maybe it was about them at that time, but they did need to grow. So let's go ahead and get a shadow card that's coming through for them. Yeah, we have one-sided. You were dealing with somebody that could only be one-sided with you at that time, okay? So you may have been feeling all in, but something was going on with them. They weren't feeling all in, or they were not able to give all of themselves to you. So they may have not wanted to do that to you. They may have stepped away from you because they knew that they could only give you so much and that wasn't fair to you. So again, you're not dealing with somebody that didn't care. You're not dealing with somebody that really wanted to hurt you, even though their actions could have, in fact, ended up hurting you. But what I'm getting is that the intentions of this person really was about growth. It really was about them trying to figure out who they were and what was missing from their life. They may not have just been ready for your connection at the time that it was presented to them. Okay, that's just what I'm getting here. So how did this person feel about you in the past? So whether it was a feeling that they got when you guys first connected, whether it was a feeling that they felt in the middle of the connection or at the end, I just want Spirit to let us know a feeling that this person had towards you in the past. They did feel the connection. They did. That's beautiful. Wow. They felt a soul connection. They felt this intensity. They felt that chemistry. You obviously felt it too. You obviously still feel it, or else you probably wouldn't be watching this video. But they felt it too. Even if it was in the beginning, even if it was in the middle, even if it was the day that they left you behind. But they did feel a special kinship with you. They did feel a special connection with you. For some of you, you may be very confused because they may have professed a certain, love towards you or certain energy towards you. And then suddenly something changed. Suddenly it's like both of you were in this connection. You guys were both feeling it. Things were going great. And then all of a sudden it was like they didn't feel that way. I didn't feel this way. This wasn't what I wanted. I wasn't ready for this kind of commitment. All of a sudden something became one-sided. Okay. As in somebody was feeling something and the other person was saying, I don't feel this way. Or somebody was just left with this one-sided feeling of this connection. And I'm getting it's the person that's watching this video. Suddenly this person could not give of themselves to this connection that they felt at one time with you. So I think that it's wonderful that we did get confirmation from Spirit that they did feel intensely and a chemistry and a soul connection with you in the past. Whether they hurt you, abruptly left your life, ghosted you, doesn't matter. I mean, yes, the pain matters, but doesn't matter what the circumstances are. They did feel a soul connection with you. So you're not crazy. You're not crazy, and they're not a liar if they said they did. Okay? That's what I'm getting here. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the present energies. What is the present energies here? What's the present words or thoughts of this person? Would you reject me? Okay, so this is the deal. You're dealing with somebody that's not sure if their behavior was so harsh towards you, or with the way that they acted or what they did. Perhaps some of them could have hurt you. Some of them could have rejected you so harshly. They could have done something. Their behavior at the time could have been just cold or distant, or maybe they actually did something that hurt you very badly. So their current energy and their current thoughts about you and this connection is Would you reject me? So even if I thought about coming back, even if I reached out to you, would you reject me? So they're unsure. They're unsure about this. They're unsure whether or not you would have them or reject them. Yeah, so the person that you're dealing with is at a crossroads. They're either at a crossroads in their life in general, as in maybe there's just certain decisions that they need to make. Maybe this person's about ready to make a big leap to do something significant in their lives. And so they're at a crossroads. They're not really sure. They could also be at a crossroads of how they feel about you and this connection. They're not quite sure. Would you reject me? Would you not reject me? Should I come back? Should I not come back? There could be that energy here with this person. They do see you, though, as the Queen of Cups. They do. So the Queen of Cups, Queen of Mirrors here, if you are a water sign, this could be a special message for you, or it could be them, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But just if, in case those signs don't match up with your situation, it doesn't mean that this reading can't be for you, but that could just be a special significance for some of you out there. So the Queen of Cups is an energy like how they are either feeling about you or how they're seeing you. But I am going to be specific here with Spirit to let us know how they are feeling about you or seeing you. So we're going to take this message as this is them. And I'm seeing that maybe if they were not compassionate with you before, they are feeling much more compassionate about you now. If they were cold and distant with you before and the way that they treated you back then, it's kind of like they're feeling bad about it now. Okay, so you're dealing with somebody who did something. They hurt you in some way. And so because of this, they're not sure how you would respond to them. Would you be compassionate? They're feeling much more compassionate towards you is what I'm getting here from Spirit. Okay, but here's a shadow. Self-indulgent. Okay, so you're also dealing with somebody that, as compassionate as they may be, they also might be very much into themselves. They're at a crossroads. I'm not seeing that this is a person that is taking action to come back towards your life. Okay? I'm not saying they don't want to, but I'm just not seeing it here. And that doesn't mean it can't change, because it can. But this person right now is hesitant. This is not action oriented. They're very much into themselves right now. Even though they're feeling a lot more softer and more sensitive about your connection, they're still very much about indulging themselves. They're still very much about what's going to make me happy. What am I going to do? So even if they want to come back to you, it's kind of like what I'm seeing is they're putting it to the wayside, kind of like, well, I'm just going to focus on me. I'm going to focus on what I want. I'm being self-indulgent. If some of them as well, if you know that they're in another connection, they're with another partnership, they could just be indulging in other things that are working for them at this time. But their words and their thoughts about you and this connection, they're confused. They're at a crossroads. They're not sure. But the thing is that they're more sensitive and more compassionate and more emotional about your connection now than they were back then. So for some of you, that's a special thing that you needed to know. All right. But self-indulgent, somebody is just basically, they're thinking about themselves more than anybody else. I'm not saying it's selfish, but they're indulging in things that make them feel good. They're thinking about what's going to make them happy. So if coming towards you and getting rejected by you is not something that's going to make them happy, they're not doing it. It makes complete sense. They're not, somebody who's in this self-indulgent energy isn't about ready to go towards a situation where they're going to get rejected. I'll tell you that. So that's what I'm getting here. So if you're dealing with somebody who's kind of got a sensitive, fragile ego, they might not want they might not want to get burned, or they might not want to get rejected. So that might be something that some of you needed to know, that it's not a personal thing that they wouldn't want to. It's just that they're not sure how you would respond. So they might not want to put their ass on the line. They might not want to take a chance or risk and try to and figure that out just to get dumped. I'm not dumped, but just to get rejected. How is this person feeling towards you in the present? Well, we have offer. So this is a confirmation here that they are thinking about possibly offering you something. So that's what the crossroads is. Would you reject me if I offered this to you? I'm at a crossroads. Do I or don't I? So you're dealing with somebody who, even though they're thinking about this, okay? Even though they're thinking about this, they're still very much into making themselves feel good. So if offering you and getting rejected by what they're offering you, if that's a possibility, they may not be able to handle it. So they may not offer this. So if some of you are waiting for someone to offer something and they're not, that would be the reason why. But they're going through some sort of a sensitivity right now. They're feeling a lot more vulnerable than they felt before. If you were dealing with somebody who was very hard on the exterior and they were very much into like just rejecting any kind of emotions, I'm seeing that they're going through some sort of an emotional transformation or some sort of a period of time where they're feeling quite emotional. Now, it might not seem that way, but that's what I'm getting here from Spirit, is that they're much more in a compassionate frame of mind now than they were with you before. But how they're really feeling towards you in the present, they want to offer you something, but they're afraid that you're going to reject them. So they might just decide to stay self-indulgent and to just basically do things that are going to make them feel good rather than take a risk that you're going to reject them. So you see how that comes through? Very interesting. All right, let's go ahead and get some possible energies of the future. I say possible because everybody has free will, and any timeline and any event in the future can be changed at any moment because we all have free will. So let's get some possible future energies from this person. These two cards wanted to come up for some reason, so I got to honor it. Wow. I have never forgotten you, even though you think I have. Some of you may be so worried that this person has never thought about you before, that they've forgotten all about you. They have not. Seeing you reminds me of the things I know deep down, and that's not always easy for me to deal with. So, this is the deal. You're dealing with somebody who hasn't forgotten you. Now, it doesn't mean they haven't moved on. It doesn't mean that they've stopped their lives, but they have definitely thought about you and they haven't forgotten you. But this is the deal. Even in the future, seeing you kind of gives them a little bit of anxiety. And this might be one of the reasons why they're also in the crossroads energy. Seeing you reminds them of the things that they know deep down inside of themselves. And that's not always easy for them to deal with. Maybe seeing you would bring out the fact that, how much they hurt you. How much they hurt you. And maybe they can't deal with that. Maybe seeing you would remind them of what they really, truly want. And they're very much in that energy of, well, I don't know if I'm ready for commitment right now. I care for you and I enjoy you, but I don't know if I'm ready to settle down. I'm in that self-indulgent energy that this person's currently in. So they might be trying to buy time. They might not be trying to make this happen, even in the near future. And when I say possible future energies, this could just be for the next few months, okay? So this is the deal. In the future, we have the higher realm of your connection, meaning that it might be in a dream state, meditation state, fifth dimension, 5D, energy. So you're feeling the energy with this person, maybe not necessarily the 3D energy of them being in your life. Okay? So that's just what I'm getting here. Yeah. We have journey. So this is the deal. It's like people are just kind of maybe starting over in the future. They're just kind of hitting the reset button of their lives. They're trying to figure themselves out. They're trying to reinvent themselves, find themselves. Maybe some people are going through a midlife where they're just trying to figure out what it is that they truly want. Maybe certain people are trying to completely revamp their lives, leaving partners behind, doing everything completely different, going off on their own. That's even including you, the person watching this video. But we have hitting the restart button, starting fresh on a journey, wanting to do things entirely different, wanting a fresh, new, clean slate. But we have procrastinating, okay? We have procrastinating. So this is the deal. Even in the future, even though somebody may know that they need to take a risk, because this journey card here, I forgot to say, is the Fool. The Fool is also about taking a risk. Somebody is procrastinating, keeping it only in the higher realms, not in the 3D world. It's almost like somebody is preventing this from going into, like, becoming a reality. So your person, the person you're watching this video for, is almost procrastinating coming together with you in the 3D world because they're not sure if they're ready to 100% make that commitment with you and change. Or they're not sure whether or not they want to take a risk and get rejected by you. So that's something that's going on here. How this person is feeling towards you in the future. But see, they're conflicted. They want to take action. So do you see this? It's come through all through this reading. They feel or felt the connection. Okay, they felt like they had to go off and figure something out. They want to offer you something, yet they're not sure if they're going to get rejected. And now, in the future, they want to take some sort of action. But again, they're procrastinating this action. So if anything, this reading showcases, this new camera sucks, by the way. I have to sometimes turn on the light in order to refocus, and sometimes that doesn't even work, so I apologize, you guys. But this is definitely an energy from somebody that is very torn on how they feel about you and what they want to do about it, okay? So if nothing is happening right now, that is because this person is in conflict. That is because this person, I'm going to try to redo the camera. Hey, and this person could be a water sign. I did get this already earlier, you guys. King of Mirrors, King of Cups, sensitive. I've got a couple here. I've got a Queen of Cups and a King of Cups. So sometimes when that comes through, it definitely confirms the soul connection, which we already know because we got the soulmate card. It doesn't mean that it is a soulmate connection, that it's not a twin flame connection, that that's not a karmic connection. That card just indicates that people feel a connection on a soul level. And that person felt that with you when they came together with you in the past. But somebody could be dealing with the water sign here, possibly, or you're the water sign. But yeah, this person is in conflict with you. They're in conflict on whether or not they should take action towards you. So we're going to go ahead and close up this reading with a few messages from your guides and what they basically want to tell you. So we are going to use these cards here, which is called the Secrets of the Mystic Grove by Arwen Lynch. She's got a YouTube channel and Instagram and probably a website, but anyway, she sells these cards and I'm just in love with them. They're just beautiful, beautiful cards. And I just kind of feel like doing these. The Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. Let's just do this. Let's get some information here. Okay. Man, these cards are getting beat up. All right. Okay, we have repose, which is it says pause, respite, time out. Okay. So it's time to take a little bit of a time out. So maybe some of you are really focused on this connection. It's something that you're just really working on right now. And some of you may be at this point where you're just exhausted, you're tired of waiting, you're tired of the mystery, you're trying to figure it out, and it's just kind of like it's not coming together. This person obviously is taking forever. They're not coming towards you. This is the deal. It's just time for a timeout. Maybe it's time for you to think about something else. Maybe it's time for you to focus on something else right now. And that's not a bad thing because see, sometimes people will focus so intently on something like what they want, like their intentions. And a lot of people will think that, well, if I concentrate and focus on it, it will help it, you know, it will help it to grow, like the law of attraction. But the thing is that if you have expectations on how you want it to go, and it's based on codependency or based in a need, sometimes you will actually do the opposite. So you're not actually creating anything that you want. You're actually creating it to stay, you know, at bay. So I've made comments like this before and people try to correct me, and it's kind of like, law of attraction, yes. Energy, yes. You want to stay plugged in, but if you're plugged in with all this need and all this desperation, it's not going to work out that way. We have engagement. There's something about ascension. So don't really look at this card always as engagement, but this is a card here. You could be engaging with somebody after a long period of time. Yes. So there could be a re-engagement with this person as you start talking to this person in the future at some point. But there is something about this connection is going to ascend to a higher level. So this just means that regardless of what has happened or what will happen with this person, people are ascending from this connection. And that's important because if you are watching this reading, that means that you are probably still feeling a significant connection to another person. And as we can see, they're still feeling something here for you too, because they're actually confused about it right now. People are learning from it. People are ascending to a higher level within themselves. And it's actually helping this connection to grow as well. Protection. Wow. Warrior. Love it. Safety and acts of kindness. Okay. So I see this card as saying that we need to protect ourselves. We need to protect our own energy. We need to protect ourselves moving forward, but also we're warriors. We can move forward. Okay. Some people feel, especially in twin flame connections, that they cannot disconnect and that they cannot move on with their lives, because if they do, it's going to take away from this connection. Now, I'm not here to tell anybody what their beliefs are right or wrong, but it is my belief that if you are connected energetically with a person, it doesn't matter what you do, the connection is going to remain. So there's nothing that you can do to really ruin a connection. The connection always has been and always will be. So you got to take care of yourself. You've got to move forward. You may want to protect this person. You may want to protect this connection. But the thing is, we've got warrior, which means that we've got to be strong. We've got to be strong not only for ourselves, but we just need to be strong moving forward in life. And we also have let your friends help you. Fantastic. This is talking about our friends. Let our friends help us, okay? Let our friends help us. This is also could be a time where maybe this person, they're going through their own thing. Maybe there's something else that you're being called to do right now. Maybe you're asked to be a warrior for a friend or protect a friend maybe in need, to help somebody else for a change. It does say acts of kindness, you guys. So acts of kindness when it comes to other people in your life. Maybe this is a time for you to help assist others. Okay. And sometimes that's the best way to shift energy and to take energy off of a specific situation, especially if the energy that we have plugged into it is like literally strangling it to death, and we're not really getting anywhere with a connection. Sometimes one of the best ways to disconnect is to help other people, Maybe not focus so much on this, or maybe not even focus so much on our own stuff, because sometimes people are like, I know I need to heal. I know I need to do this, but I don't know where to start. Well, you know what? Sometimes the best thing that you can do that actually ends up healing you simultaneously is to help assist and aid others. Okay. Last messages. Conflict. Okay. What's in conflict? Family. There is a conflict in this connection or with you currently or with this person that has to do with family issues. This is about childhood. This is about a relationship between two parents or people that were parental figures that has a lot to do with this person's conflict when it comes to love, when it comes to commitment, when it comes to just how they feel about themselves. So that's what Spirit really wants you to understand, is that this is a conflict that's still needing to be worked through. So as long as this person is in conflict, it's best to just kind of pull away, work on yourself. This could also be your issue as well. It is a time for you to work on your family issues. It might be a time for you to also work on your own, to heal your own family. Some of you watching this video, you may be married, okay? And maybe that marriage is in conflict. Maybe some of you are divorced and there is family that's in conflict. So what Spirit is saying is that you've got to let people work their conflicts out, or you've got to maybe put more energy and time into healing your own dynamics rather than trying to heal this connection. This could be something that this person is also involved with somebody else, perhaps for some of you watching this video, and they need time in order to heal their family issue and to heal this current conflict. And you stepping in and you maybe trying to assist and help them, even though we do have the, helping, this is not about this person. Okay. So this is the deal. You might want to protect. So this just came through. I just picked it up right now. If some of you, and this is only going to apply for some of you that know that your twin flame is in another connection. And I just said twin flame. I don't know why. Maybe some of you that you're in that kind of situation, you do identify this person as being a twin flame. I don't know why I said it, but this could be any connection. You're waiting on somebody. You're waiting on somebody to work out their issues, whether they're divorcing or they're with a partner. But this is the deal. You may want to protect them. You may want to do the work for them. You may want to cushion the blow. You may want to lick their wounds. You may just want to be so giving and so accepting, kind of waiting patiently for them to figure it out. But what I'm getting is that you need to protect yourself. You need to protect yourself. Safety, safely for you. So that's the thing, is that sometimes by immersing ourselves into third-party situation, again, this is only going to be for people that are in that situation, not for everybody. You do need to safely protect your energy because you might be getting caught up, and you might want to help, but it's actually taking away from your own energy. It's now putting you into conflict while somebody else is needing to heal their crap. So really, these last messages could apply to many different scenarios out there. So just take what resonates, you guys. But at the end of the day, the main message that I'm getting is this reading is really based on somebody that has some deep core issues with their family. And until that conflict is resolved, they may not feel ready for this kind of connection. And so if they are staying away, it's best for you to take this pause, this time where they're trying to figure something out, and just keep doing you, keep moving forward with your life. And if they work this conflict out and they're ready to come back, then they will. And if they don't, then you're still moving on. You're not losing any time. You're not losing any experiences. You're not losing any happiness. You're still living your life. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed that reading. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.